All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Monday Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon here from Los Angeles, California. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule for being here. There's so many other things you could be doing with your time, but this is Monday. And what just happened to my music? Right as I started talking. See if we can correct that. Oh, there's a lost internet connection.
If you're selling your home, check out UpNest. A free service that lets you find a...
Nope. Oh, well. Anyways, thank you for being here this morning. I hope you had a good weekend. Had a quiet weekend this weekend. We are now in the last week of February 2019. About to head into our third month of the new year. Go ahead and type in the chat box your name, where you're listening in from. So we have Jamar Lopes, Lorna Vasquez, Tony Pinkston, Linda Reuter, Bethany Gibbs, Shauna Ross, Shayna Robinson, Mr. Gilroy, my bad. Welcome. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestion, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. Good morning, Mr. Stewart from New York. Who, me? Rohan from the ATL. There's 4 rules I live by to have success in the crypto space. Rule number 1, education is key. Education is everything. Rule number 2, never invest money that you cannot afford to lose. Rule number 3, always get your return on investment back as fast as possible. Everything from there is a profit. And rule number 4, where do you see yourself in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? What are you doing today to make that happen? If you guys don't understand about entrepreneurship, everything you do today, you're not going to see the results of until 3 months from now. That's why I always say I'm always 60 days from a turnaround. So what are you willing to do today? What's your goals that you have set for yourself? What vehicle of choice are you using to make that happen? Make a decision, take action, and remain focused. Do not get distracted. There's so many things out there that can distract you in this space. You have limited resources. Now, following these rules is not going to guarantee you success, but it will at least minimize your risk. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the most that we can ask for. All right, so let's go ahead and get started in some news today. First and foremost, since I don't remember the last time I did a crypto talk. It might have been Saturday night. I didn't do one yesterday. So, as I predicted, I like saying that. I like saying when I'm right. I believe that run-up was a soft or a dead cat bounce. I do not believe we've hit the floor just yet. I still believe we're going to go below $3,000 a coin before we have the next massive run-up. We've got time. So right now, the coin market cap is sitting at 130 billion. It was at 140 something billion a couple of days ago. Oh, yesterday. Bitcoin dominance 52%. Right now, it looks like it has flatlined from yesterday and a little bit up from yesterday. Just Ethereum's negative 0.5%. Bitcoin SV is up 11%. Look at that bounce. Went up, down, up. What about Bitcoin Cash? Bitcoin Cash, kind of. I think this bounce happened because there was news from the Craig Wright camp redefining themselves as Satoshi's new vision for Bitcoin SV. I wonder if they're going to change this name because they're calling themselves something different now. But that gave them a bit of a bump. The best performers last 24 hours. Ingit coin. I don't recall ever hearing about that coin. It is up 58%. Safe is up 41%. Wow, this is rising. It's all the way now 49 coin. Theta, Ontology. So we still got some double-digit coins happening here. The biggest one is Bitcoin SV, then Ontology, and IOST. All right, let's see. Worst performers. Nexo, Ravane, ODEM, Electroneum. Man, Electroneum just can't punch past that 0.008%. Real drop. Aurora, Project Pi, Qcoin shares, Maker. All right, what is the most accurate? What is the real price of Bitcoin right now? The last price, 38.39, but it's plus 1.89%. So I had a little bit of a rebound. So it bounced, starting to come up just a bit. We'll see if it flatlines around this area. Look at the sell wall. That 38.84, 39.10. So 39.10 is that wall. If it can get over 39, well 39.20, then it'll run up to 4,200. So this is the wall right there, because the buy wall is just below that at 3,800. Yeah, we'll see what can happen there. All right, first up, I want to talk about not Warren Buffett yet. Bitcoin price plunges 11%. What's the factors behind Sunday's big crypto market dump? It was a short-term rally. I called it. All right, let's see what's going on. I have not gotten my new Samsung yet, but we're going to talk about that soon. Bitcoin price plunges. On February 24th, the Bitcoin price plunged from $4,190 to $3,714 within minutes. Minutes! By 11.3%. So it dropped by 11% in minutes. That's why, I don't day trade consistently. It would drive me crazy. And I know something like this, I go to the bathroom, come back, and I miss the 11% drop. I'd rather have it automatic. Speaking of that, that's coming. While many traders were not taken aback by the sudden drop in the price of the dominant cryptocurrency, some were surprised by the magnitude of it in a short time frame. Exclusive interview with CCN cryptocurrency technical analyst and trader Josh suggested that the Chicago Mercantile Exchange Bitcoin futures market may have had a large impact on the downside movement of the asset. I'm not surprised by that. Why? Because these guys have been manipulating the market since they came on board. When the CME came on in December 2017, the market dropped. So I'm not surprised by that. They pushed the market right back down. Said, no. What are you guys doing? We're not ready for it to go up yet. Last week, prior to the fall in the price of Bitcoin and the $11 billion wipeout in the crypto market, CME revealed that it saw a record high daily volume of BTC futures contracts. Surge in Bitcoin price leads to record BTC futures volume on February 19th, with over 18K contracts traded. On February 19th, CME cleared 18,000 BTC contracts, up nearly twofold from its previous record high at just over 10,000. Speaking to CCN, Josh stated that the sudden spike in the daily volume of BTC contracts on CME could have triggered the buildup of sell pressure on the asset, leading BTC to record a large downside movement. You guys see how they manipulate that? He explained, the opening and expiration dates of the CME BTC futures contracts can have a significant impact on price. The CME facilitates the trading of the largest portion of derivatives contracts in the world. Oh, you recognize that word? Derivatives? Derivatives? Are you guys playing in derivatives? No. I got to go back to the chart. This is where education is key. Let's look at where the world's money is. Is it global debt, global money supply, stock markets, gold, currency? No, it is derivatives. Look at this. That's the worldwide derivatives market. You want to know how much money is in there? 1.2 quadrillion. That's Bitcoin. So you don't think when these guys decide they want to do something, it's not going to affect little old Bitcoin over here? Perfect example. Right there. So, I lost my place. Let's see. CME, right there. The CME facilitates the trading of the largest portion of derivatives in the world. The CME BTC futures contracts first opened in December 2017. Oh, what a surprise. On low volume, but volume for the product have increased significantly throughout 2018, which the more they grew, the lower the price of Bitcoin went. Last week, CME saw the highest volume ever in a single day for the BTC futures product. Every 2 months, BTC futures contracts on CME have demonstrated a decline in the price of BTC since the launch of the CME BTC futures market. Wait, hold up. A celebrity has just entered the room. What's happening, Moshe Frazier? What's going on, my man? In consideration of the trend of the BTC futures market since early 2018, an analyst said that it could have fueled the retracement of the asset, adding, I think that had a big impact personally. Although some believe that the impact of CME on price of BTC is limited because its contracts are cash settled, it remains as the biggest BTC futures market. Who says that it's limited? It is not limited. December 17th, 2017. Which one came online first? Was it the CME or the CBOE? Because one came on about a week after the other. Anyways, that's the date that everything started going downhill. And it ain't turned around since. So I wouldn't relegate that to limited impact. All right, what are other possible factors? Economist and market analyst Alex Kruger said that the short-term drop in the valuation of the crypto market was a simple stops run. Since early February, the price of Ethereum increased by 60% and without a pullback. ETH rose by 38%. Following a strong short-term rally, the crypto market was due for a pullback. Bitcoin also reached its first strong resistance level at 4,200 after breaking out of the 4,000. Well, you know how to read the market. This is easy to predict. I predicted it last week when this happened. Bitcoin yearly lows. So 2012, oh, I'm going to love this. Look, watch this chart, guys. If you don't think that, we're still in the good days. 2012, it was $4. Really? 2013, 65. 2014, $200. 2015, $185. 2016, $365. That's the low. 2017, $780. 2018, $3,200. You see a trend here? This is the low of every year since 2012, yet it is still higher than the previous year. It's a steady growth, except for 2014 to 2015. Look at the jump in 2017 to 2018. Here's what the trend is telling me. This thing's going to continue to go up. Now, I think in 2019, I think it's going to repeat 2015. I think the yearly low for 2019 is going to be lower than the yearly low of 2018. And then bounce back like 2016 did. That's my own theory. We'll see. It's only February now, going into March. We'll see if I'm right. But even so, remember the article I read Saturday night? Right now, it doesn't matter if the price is at 1,800 or 4,000, 5,000. That's not going to matter on the grand scheme of things. When they're talking about one Bitcoin will be worth $1 million a coin in the next 10 years. A little 4 to 7% swing is nothing. But I like this trend. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put this, on Facebook. Bitcoin volatility peaks. 2012, you know what? Let me get it ready because sometimes I have fish brain and may forget. So I just want to have this set up. I got to put an image behind it. Let's sit on that. Bitcoin volatility peaks. 2012, 10%. 2013, 14%. 2014, 12%. 2015, 8%. 16.5, 17.5, 18.7. So this is like the volatility of the swings. That's what a decade of sustained BTC looks like. It took BTC months to cleanly break out of the $4,000 level. And a similar trend could occur for higher resistance levels in the $4,000 to $5,000 range. It is a simple stops run. Prices had just gone up vertically for 16 days without a pullback. Take Ethereum, for example, plus 38% without a pullback. Lots of leverage longs piled up and people FOMO'd in, fear of missing out in. BTC reached the first level strong resistance, $4,200, and a correction ensued. That's correct. As it is with any other asset class or market, the analysts emphasize that a prolonged bullish movement is often met with a large pullback. It is simple gravity. That's why I call it a dead cat bounce. In the last 24 hours, leading crypto assets in the likes of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, EOS, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash recorded losses in the range of 10 to 20%, with EOS recording an 18% loss. Bitcoin has slightly recovered by around 1%. Since its steep drop below $3,800 mark. In the near term, several analysts expect the market to demonstrate stability in the current range. All right. I was right about that. Let's talk about Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett. And I got 2 articles to cover on him. Bitcoin bull Max Keiser blasts Bitcoin billionaire skeptic Warren Buffett. But first, I want to read this article. Billionaire Warren Buffett remains clueless about Bitcoin, calls it delusional. I call BS on that. I do not think Warren Buffett is clueless at all. I think he's pulling a Jamie Dimon. This is the biggest threat and impact to the world global economy, and you don't think he's done his homework? So let's see what's going on here. I mean, Warren Buffett, what is dude going to live till he's 100 and something years old? I'm just saying. He seems to keep talking about Bitcoin when it's really a blip on his radar screen. Why is he talking about it? That's one thing I say about these billionaires. If they don't like it that much, if they really don't think it's a big deal, why do they keep talking about it? Warren Buffett has blasted Bitcoin again, calling it a delusion. Now, here's why we know he's lying. He's already got his companies investing a couple of $100 million in, quote, the fintech sector. Do you know what that is? That is code word for? Crypto market. The fintech sector, artificial intelligence. You know, when you go to the Blockchain Expo, you've got AI, you've got virtual reality, and you've got Bitcoin or crypto. That's the fintech sector. He said, Bitcoin has no unique value at all. It doesn't produce anything. You can stare at it all day and no little Bitcoins come out. It's a delusion, basically. What in the world is he talking about? With that definition, you can say the same thing about your $100 bill. Buffett, one of the world's richest men, praised blockchain and its technology, saying, it's a very ingenious thing to figure out. See, here's the problem. See, Bitcoin is nothing but a reward for creating the blockchain. It is the incentive for people to mine the blockchain in the first place. So you can't call one thing ingenious and the reward for it delusional. You can't be on opposite ends of the spectrum for it. That's why I'm calling BS on this. He's faking everybody out. He says it's a very ingenious thing to figure out. See, what was the last billionaire they called this ingenious and brilliant? Oh, I don't know, Elon Musk. He said Bitcoin is brilliant. Saying it's a very ingenious thing to figure out how to have a limited supply and make it harder and more expensive to create. But the Oracle of Omaha admitted he knows very little about the technology. Then keep your mouth shut. Why are you're gonna label something, but you know very little about it? Like I said, I called BS on this. I think Warren Buffett understands Bitcoin and blockchain better than I do. I think. This is explained to me by people a lot smarter than I am. Oh, come on. No need to be humble about that now. I call BS on it. This is a developing story. Stay tuned. Okay. Well, let's look at the other story. Max Keiser. What does Max Keiser do? Bitcoin bull Max Keiser blasts billionaire skeptic Warren Buffett as an unmitigated fraud. Ooh, that's some fighting words right there. I mean, in the financial world, you calling me a fraud? You want to take this outside? Bitcoin enthusiast Max Keiser took a gander at a recent letter Warren Buffett sent to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders, and he wasn't pleased at all. He saw the actions Buffett revealed in the letter as prime reasons people should buy Bitcoin instead of investing in the stock market. Keiser's response included tweets and interviews over the weekend. He tweeted that the letter indicated that Buffett is not satisfied with the stock market. The points made in Buffett's letter may have even helped push Bitcoin's price above $4,100. See, all right, we're seeing some clues here. If Warren Buffett is sounding the alarm on the stock market, do you not think that he is already positioned in the crypto market as a safe hedge? Of course he is. That's why he made that move in the fintech sector last year. Max says, Bitcoin up on news. Warren Buffett exposes himself in his annual letter as an unmitigated fraud and charlatan, reliant entirely on taxpayer bailouts and accounting tricks. Ooh. That's like the movie The Sandlot, and you're going back and forth with your boys, and then one says, you played baseball like a girl. Ooh. That's a dinger right there. That's a sting. That's like a yo mama joke. While many took the secu from Buffett to Bitcoin's price as a joke, what Keiser said in an interview with RT carried far more weight in making a case for Bitcoin investing instead of stock investing. Now they're saying it takes gumption to rip on the Oracle. Keiser has been very vocal about his displeasure with anything to do with traditional investing. He upped the ante Saturday by specifically going after Buffett. And what was revealed in that letter? Take a look at the tweet. Max, newsflash, Bitcoin surmounts $4,000. Max Keiser says Warren Buffett exposes himself as a crook. Bitcoin rallies past $4,000 as altcoins run. That's right. The day has finally arrived. After trading under $4,000 for weeks on end, Bitcoin found itself. I don't agree with that, but it did happen. I don't agree with that. You know, that's the new bull run. I think it's going to go back down, and you're going to have all the critics running around. Oh, Bitcoin crashed again. The bubble popped for the 15th time. In an interview with RT published Sunday, Keiser took Buffett to task, saying things few would dare mutter about the Oracle of Omaha. Watch, I will. I'm not scared of him because he's a billionaire and all. I have nothing but respect for what he's done, but he ain't God. All right, Keiser took Buffett to task, saying few things that others would mutter about him. He minced no words as he scolded Buffett of being partly to blame for corporate malpractice, including some in Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio. According to RT, Keiser specifically mentioned Wells Fargo as one of those companies. Buffett's frauds are innumerable and date back decades. Stock buybacks raised Keiser's ire. In the letter, Buffett explained that companies that repurchased shares were more attractive. He wrote, Berkshire's holdings of American Express have remained unchanged over the past 8 years. Meanwhile, our ownership increased from 12.6% to 17.9% because of repurchases made by the company. Last year, Berkshire's portion of the $6.9 billion earned by American Express was $1.2 billion. About 96% of the $1.3 billion we paid for our stake in the company. When earnings increase and shares outstanding decrease, owners over time usually do well. To Keiser, that seemed to be the equivalent of Buffett saying blah, 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 blah. About stock buybacks or repurchases of a company's stock, he told RT, it's pure fraud. Its sole purpose is to commit accounting fraud for the benefit of insiders. And I agree, especially when these companies got bailed out with taxpayer money, then they turn around. They're supposed to use that money to put back into the economy, to hire more workers, you know, for the strength of the country. No. What do? They use it to buy back more stocks and enrich themselves with our money. See, one thing billionaires have figured out, always use other people's money. That's how they do it. They never use their own money. Donald Trump never uses his own money. Never. Hell, he's under investigation right now from using his what do you call that, charity or nonprofit to pay bills with. You don't use your own money. Robert Kiyosaki talks about that. If you ever want to make it to the other side, you've got to figure out how to get capital. I was listening again this morning to two things. I woke up at like 4 a.m. I couldn't sleep. And I was listening to The Science of Getting Rich. I actually, on YouTube, for those of you that don't like to read, I recorded myself reading every single chapter. The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. And one key thing stuck out to me listening to myself read that was capital. It said you need capital. No matter what you got to do, you need capital. And then I was listening to Your Wish is Your Command by Kevin Trudeau. Day 2. I was listening to maybe 30 minutes of it, and he said it again. It's like the word capital. I can't tell you how many times I've heard it, but you know, as you get older, as you learn more and more, and you can go back and reread things, and things stick out to you the second time that didn't stick out to you the first time. That word capital came up again. Kevin Trudeau said, you need capital. Billionaires understand this. So anyways, let me not get off track here. Fool's gold. In another example of Buffett doing no right in Keiser's opinion, he took issue with Buffett's stance on gold. Buffett wrote, "Those who regularly preach doom because of government budget deficits, as I regularly did myself for many years, might note that our country's national debt has increased roughly 400-fold during the last of my 77-year period. That's 40,000%. Suppose you had foreseen this increase and panicked at the prospect of runaway deficits and a worthless currency. To protect yourself, you might have eschewed stocks and opted instead to buy 3 1/4 ounces of gold with your $114.75. I see what he's saying here, and this is wrong. What he's saying is basically, debt was good if you were an investor for the last 77 years. That's what he's saying. He says, debt be damned, we still made money. You know, if you would have bought gold back then, you would not have gotten the returns we got by playing in the debt. But at the end of the day, that debt, you got to pay that debt back. And while these billionaire clowns are going to run off to the sunset, not be affected by it, the people are the ones left holding the bag. Talk about the ultimate con. Wait, okay, so what does Keiser say? The real story is to put gold in context and understand that Buffett's so-called success is entirely driven by a cozy relationship with Wall Street and the Fed that gives him virtually unlimited access to credit, carrying 0% interest. That is something the rest of us don't have access to. That's the fraud right there. And they get away with it legally. He has unlimited access to credit because the debt just runs up. Why? Because the banks can just print up more money whenever they want to. And he is a major investor in Wells Fargo, a freaking bank. Unlimited access. Where's that money coming from? The taxpayers. While the price of bread and milk keeps going up for us, they just keep going back to the piggy bank, getting more money and leveraging that money that they're getting for free. You need cash flow quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki, the investor sector. You need to learn how to leverage other people's money, meaning how to get yourself a grant or a loan for your business. And not get that and go buy a new car with and go buy a house. You need that to invest with and let it work for you. Let your money work for you. That is my theme this year. If you don't have money working for you, you're not making any money. I don't care how much money you're making. That includes myself. If I'm making 10, 20,000 a week in my business, but that's the business. That's not my money working for me. I'm not making money. If you're an NBA player, a baseball player, an NFL player, and you've got your, like Steph Curry, $200 million contract, he's working for that money. He's playing games for that money. And when his NBA career stops, that money stops. And I'm sure he'll be smart enough to invest that money somewhere to allow the investment to make money for him. That's the name of the game. My goal is to end 2019 with at least 4 streams of income that's generating me at least $5,000 to $10,000 a month each, whether I get out of bed or not. You know what I say when you have my rule number 4? Where do you see yourself in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? You got to have it mapped out. I already know what 4 vehicles those are going to be. There might be more added on. I already know what needs to be done. Do you have this set up for yourself? Do you have it on paper? Do you have a clue, an idea, your game plan set? I have my game plan set. By December 2019, at least 4 streams of income, generating $5,000 to $10,000 a month each. If all 4 is doing, that's $40,000 a month, whether I get out of bed or not, from my investments. That's the goal. And then, what do I say? What if I fail that by 50%? $20,000 a month. What if I fail it by 80% or so? $4,000 to $5,000 a month on my own money, because nothing ever goes exactly according to plan. Shane says, teach us. That's what I'm doing. That's what I speak on every single day. This is also why it's important to stay focused. A lot will be revealed in the next 30 days or so. I'll tell you right now what 2 of them are. 2 of them is KGX Forex and KGX crypto trading platforms. That's no secret. That's 2 of them. The other 2 are outside of KGX. But you need capital. You need capital. Anyways, Buffett's been a Bitcoin skeptic for a long time. No, he hasn't. He's been speaking about Bitcoin for a long time, which means he's been planning for it. I wouldn't even go too far to say that Buffett could be part of a group that is Satoshi Nakamoto. Buffett didn't mention Bitcoin in the shareholder letter. I'm not going to say that because that's, Buffett, unless he has somebody representing him, because he's more of a traditionalist. Bill Gates would be more on that line of thought, and Elon Musk. Anyways, Buffett didn't mention Bitcoin in the shareholder letter, but that didn't stop Keiser from raising comments the Oracle has said in the past. For example, he's called it rat poison and an asset that creates nothing. He is right, and there is no bigger rat than Warren Buffett. The world is waking up. The Ponzi schemes of Buffett are being revealed, and the masses are moving to hard money like Bitcoin and gold. He was asked last year if he would rethink his remarks on Bitcoin, such as calling it a real bubble. He said, in terms of cryptocurrencies, generally, I can almost say with certainty that they will come to a bad ending. Really? I doubt that. CCM reported Saturday that in the span of 2 hours, Bitcoin's price surged from $39.20 to $41.37 by more than 5% against the dollar. That began to change Sunday morning, New York City time. Bitcoin's price had fallen below 3,800. So, what can you conclude from this as an investor in crypto? The more I see guys like Warren Buffett talking about Bitcoin, the more excited I get. You want to know why? If guys like this are talking about it, It's on their radar screen. They're preparing for something. That means we need to get ready as well. You've all heard my story about the river of money. And the river of money is changing course. Guys like Warren Buffett, all they have to do is pull up the anchor on their yacht and flow with the river. They will still be billionaires, no matter which direction our financial system moves into. The rest of us sitting on the shoreline with our fishing poles, because we can't afford a boat, we better put on our hiking boots and prepare to walk to the new river. The vast majority is going to be sitting back trying to fish in whatever little puddle of water is left over. That's called inflation. But those of you that are smart, and you can see over the horizon, see the trends that's taking place, like this right here. This. Do you see any reversal taking place here? What do you think this number is going to be in 2024 or 2020 or 2025? The low, 20,000, 50,000 is not going the reverse. All right, last article up. Another thing I'm very excited about this year, you haven't heard me talk too much about it in the last couple of weeks. Cell phone wars are coming. Go5mobile.com. I'm already in it. I'm neck deep in it. Samsung Galaxy. I predicted this in December. Actually, I predicted this 2017. But it is here now. Whether people want to know about Bitcoin or crypto or not, whether they believe in it or not, is irrelevant. The gadgets that they're using in their day-to-day lives are already adopting this technology. So whether you like it or not, it's in your face. So don't you think every single nerd and geek out there with the Galaxy S9 is not going to upgrade to the new version, which is the S10, which you're now putting Bitcoin and blockchain in the hands of millions and millions of people who didn't even care about Bitcoin before. This is how mass adoption takes place. Samsung Galaxy S10 will feature full ERC20 support in crypto wallets. The Goldilocks zone that we're in right now is short. We've only got, I would say, maybe a year. Maybe, because watch, Apple, they always come out with their devices at the second half of the fourth quarter. You're going to hear an announcement from Apple. They're going to have this technology as well. When that happens, it is off to the races. So let's read this. T-Store, a mobile application marketplace operated by SKT, the largest telecommunications giant in South Korea, officially introduced Samsung Blockchain Key Store and the revolutionary native crypto wallet on the Galaxy S10. The photograph of the Samsung Blockchain Key Store and crypto wallet released by T-Store showed a section called Token Transfers under the platform's Ethereum wallet, featuring ERC20 tokens like Basic Attention token and Engine Coin. You know what else it's going to be able to store then? Green. Samsung Blockchain Key Store. Look at this. Look at this. Are you kidding me? It's not an app. It's in the phone itself. Following the launch of the Galaxy S10 in San Francisco, local publications in South Korea reported that Samsung is expected to integrate a full ERC20 support into its crypto wallet. Now, since this is the first, I'm not storing no coins on that. I'm going to get the phone, but I'm not going to be storing my coins. Why? Because it's the first. You know, with new technology out there, I'm going to wait until maybe the second or third version. You know, after they get all the bugs and the kinks out, I'm not going to be the test dummy with my money. I'm just excited that it's here. On February 22nd, immediately after the official introduction of the Galaxy S10 and Fold. Oh yeah, did you guys see that one? The new Fold phone. I don't know, I want it, but I don't know about paying $1,900 for it. So Keiser, a mainstream media outlet in South Korea, reported that the company is likely to feature an ERC-20 compatible system alongside more conventional assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum itself. Based on the fact that the Samsung blockchain Keiser tutorial features Bitcoin, Ethereum, and an add new token button, green. It is likely that Samsung will allow users to directly add ERC-20 tokens onto the native crypto wallet. The ERC-20 token standard is a set of rules an Ethereum token contract has to implement to launch a cryptocurrency on top of the Ethereum blockchain network. For a blockchain project or token, being fully compliant with the ERC-20 token standard increases its accessibility, as users can utilize the token with the same infrastructure that supports Ethereum. You might want to watch Ethereum price. I see Ethereum as going nowhere but up. When you've got millions and millions, see, right now, you got to think, how many people actually have a Bitcoin wallet right now? I think there's 60 million people around the world, something like that. They said to the point that every single Bitcoin wallet that's out there right now cannot own one full Bitcoin. You guys realize that? That's why it's so important that you make sure you own at least one whole Bitcoin within the next year and stash it, because every single wallet that's out there cannot own one whole Bitcoin. But now you're putting a Bitcoin wallet on every single Samsung phone, and then it's going to be on every single Apple phone. Now we're talking 100, 200, 300 million people have a Bitcoin wallet. And they're all, yeah, I think I want to put some Bitcoin on here. What do you think is going to happen to the price of Bitcoin? It's common sense. All right, go back. So Samsung is said to have integrated a full ERC-20 wallet because it believes the potential of blockchain technology exceeds the realm of payments. What? There's another quote. I'm going to put this in here as well. People, I mean, the clues are all around us. I don't want to put that part there. I'll leave this part in there. Hey, I thought I saved that copy. What? Not letting me copy? Really? I'll just type it out. Anyways, let me read that one more time. Again, this is not broke cousin Pookie saying this. Samsung is said to have integrated a full ERC-20 wallet because it believes the potential of blockchain technology exceeds the realm of payments. Didn't Warren Buffett just say, there's no real use of Bitcoin? I don't see it going anywhere. In the Samsung blockchain key store tutorial, the company said that blockchain technology can be used in a variety of sectors, including insurance, banking, and e-commerce. The company does not see the blockchain as a technology solely for payments. Rather, Samsung considers the blockchain as a decentralized data processing network that eventually will open up to a wide range of applications. Somebody said, Brandon, you can't just say about your broke cousin Pookie because I got a broke cousin Bubba too. You got to use Bubba too. And Jimmy Ray. All right, all right. Pookie, Bubba Ray, and Jimmy. The official blockchain key store tutorial read, the blockchain is a new method that enables every user to store and process data in a decentralized ecosystem, and it is used in many areas, Such areas include secure distribution, information confirmation, insurance and contract verification, copyright management, content distribution, game items storage, crypto assets storage, and cryptocurrency transactions. You know what that says? In other words, Samsung is looking at the big picture here and preparing for something bigger. Do you guys see that? They're preparing for something bigger than just a Bitcoin wallet. That is interesting. Oh, wow. I just got somebody's blowing me up right now. Interesting. Since I'm talking about phones, I mean, I'll say it here. There's no secret. We are in negotiations. I won't say the name of the company. How about that? We're in negotiations with a company right now, with KGX. And they are coming out with their own blockchain phone. Not the world's first blockchain phone. That was the Finny. A world where you have complete control over how your data is used, your privacy matters. 5.65-inch display, fingerprint sensor, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of ROM, Snapdragon 660, comes with 16 megapixel front-facing camera and 48 megapixel rear view camera. It's $500. Huh. Interesting. If all goes well, we'll be selling that within KGX. I just got that right now. Funny how that happens while I'm talking about this. Anyways, based on the forward-thinking approach of Samsung in implementing blockchain and cryptocurrency support, industry executives in the cryptocurrency sector of South Korea foresee the company engaging with crypto more aggressively in the long term. Previously, an industry executive told CCN that Samsung has been playing down its cryptocurrency wallet integration because a relatively large portion of the mainstream user base of mobile phones is resistant to terms like Bitcoin and crypto for now. But you see this? Here's an example. The company knows that its customer base is clueless about Bitcoin and crypto, yet they did it anyway. Why? What do they know? Still, as the awareness of cryptocurrencies continues to grow, one cryptocurrency analyst stated that the impact Samsung's crypto integration could have on the asset class is much bigger than others, like the highly anticipated backed Bitcoin futures market launch, overseen by ICE, the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange. The analyst said, Twitter has 326 million active monthly users. Samsung shipped 70 million units in fourth quarter 2018 alone. TipIn.me and the new Galaxy smartphones will do more for Bitcoin adoption than back in all the ETFs in the pipeline combined. While that is true, here's what you got to take into consideration. Those are retail people. Those 70 million units that went out to all the retail people, the amount of money they have does not touch backed in the ETFs. Let's just keep things in perspective here. Let me give you an example again. Let's go back to the chart. That 70 million units is people playing in this market here. Okay? Backed and the ETFs is playing in this market here. Institutional money. So while that is true, the statement is true, it's going to bring a worldwide adoption or awareness. That's not what's going to push Bitcoin all the way up. It's going to be this. So earlier this month, several local publications reported that Samsung Pay, the company's flagship digital payment app, could be involved in the integration of the Galaxy S10's native cryptocurrency wallet. So far, there are no reports on the connection of the S10 blockchain key store and Samsung Pay. making the direct integration of Bitcoin and other digital assets on the widely utilized payment application highly unlikely for now. That's why I said I'm waiting for the second and third generation phones to come out. Speaking of, let's look at one right now. Because the next thing you're going to start hearing about is this 5G. Go5mobile.com. 5G. And what happened to my link? There we go. Go5mobile.com. All right. KGX was also in negotiations with this company. I don't think it's going to happen. So there is another company we're negotiating with right now. However, this is the new cell phone wars. How about eliminating your cell phone bill for the next 5 years? The cost, though, is $589. One time for the SIM, unlimited talk, text, and data for 5 years. 5 years. Let's see. I wanted to look for the Demora phones. You guys tell me how much are you paying on your cell phone bill right now? I'll give you an example of mine. Here's how much I'm paying. $343 on 4 devices. I would save $310 a month. $18,624 over the next 5 years. After deducting the cost that I got to pay for 4 SIM cards, so that's about $2,000. But I'm saving $18,000. Who on the right mind would say no? Oh, I like paying more money. Where's the phones? Because where's the Demora? I don't see it up here. Demora. They took it down. All right, I'm gonna have to find out about that because there's some new phones coming out next month that is an alternative to 5G. It's healing factor phones. Also phones, picture this. This is where the cell phone wars is coming. How would you like to be able to charge your phone one time and you don't have to charge it again for 5 days? And then the next one after that, charge it one time and you don't have to charge it again for 30 days or a whole month. How about this? Not only do you be able to have your phone for free every single month, how would you like to get paid using your phone? What? See, what you guys don't realize is the phone you're paying for right now, that monthly, that is not how these cell phone companies are making their money. They're not making their money off of your monthly bill. They're making their money off of selling your data. I forgot what that average is. I think they're making $1,200 to $1,500 a month per phone that's out there active. $1,200 to $1,500 a month per phone. So that's why companies like this is able, we'll eliminate, no, you don't have to pay a cell phone bill because they're making their money on the data side. And then they're going to pay you to use a phone because they're going to make, let's say they pay you $100 a month or $200 a month to talk on your own phone. Why? Because they're still making $1,100. This is the future. They're going to pay you to use their service. My phone's blowing up. Let's see. Am I saying something I'm not supposed to? Let's see here. Oh, okay. That's Mike responding. All right. Anyway, I'm going to watch that convo. They're going back and forth. Anyways, that is it. You guys want to eliminate your cell phone bill? Go to go5mobile.com. Go5. Oh, I could type it in here. I haven't talked about this in a while because there's something we're waiting for. Go5mobile.com. But the cell phone wars is upon us. Are you ready? Are you positioned? Oh, wow. So this phone doesn't even need a telecommunications service. It's on the blockchain. Huh. I'm just watching this convo. Anyways, The future is bright. Oh, a new article just popped up. Bitcoin price must hit this level. Key next to exit bear market. What level is that? Hold up. We may not end just yet unless you guys got to run. Let's check this out. I still got some time. If you guys got to run, go ahead. I got some new information that's popped up here. Bitcoin price must hit this key level to exit bear market. 20 Trump will win. Trump win will be bigger than 2016. Samsung Galaxy, massive doubt. Okay, yeah, let's do one more article. Let's call this a bonus article. Man, everybody's blowing me up. So now it really has my attention. I'm just gonna say, make it so. Okay. While I'm watching that, that's major news is happening live. Let's look at this. Bitcoin price must hit this key level to exit bear market. I think negotiations just went to a whole nother level. Just put this link. Jay says, keep it going. You guys like learning some new stuff? Then let me keep it going. I think here's what happened. My ear and brain has adapted to not having my hearing aid for a week. So it's not hurting me right now. So I can keep going for now. Man, are you kidding me? Bitcoin price must hit this key level to exit bear market. In the wake of Sunday's crypto massacre, shell-shocked investors have been left with dashed dreams and a lingering question. Will Bitcoin's bear market ever end? Yes, it will. Crypto brokerage BitOoda says that the answer lies in two price levels, 4,200 and 6,000, levels with which retail buyers need to become more acquainted. Writing in a note to clients on Monday, BitOoda Executive VP of Institutional Sales Brian Donovan said that the sell-off demonstrated that the $4,200 level had become a significant level of resistance for the Bitcoin price. Come on, guys. I mean, you just see it. You can just see it. All you have to do is go to the doggone chart. Right now, the wall's at 3,900. If it breaks past 3,940, the next wall is 4,200. That's not no shock or secret. The next wall after that, 4,259. And the next wall, 4,338. But the buy wall, the bottom, is at 3,696. And then it's a much steeper climb. So my prediction of this going below 3,000, it has a much steeper climb to make than it going higher. So according to this current chart, the coin has a better chance of hitting 4,400 before it goes back to 3,200 or below. I still am going with, I think it's going to go below 3,000. I'm still sticking to that. All right, anyways. We can clearly see now that the $4,200 level has formed resistance, and until that level gets broken to the upside, we will remain bearish of the crypto space. Yes, I agree. But I think the wall really is at 4,400. That's why, what CEO was that said that they think that the price may get up to at least 5,000? It was the article that said that Bitcoin can rise to, the CEO of IBM said that the Bitcoin price is going to rise to $1 million one day, but he doesn't think it's going higher than 5,000 by the end of this year. So we've got a window of opportunity for the rest of this year. Notably, Donovan wrote that the rapid drop was likely caused by traders who were not long on Bitcoin, liquidating their inventory. Okay, hold on. I gotta respond to this because they're waiting for me. I am far more interested in the blockchain phone than the other. We can sell that in mass. All right. Especially at that price, $500. How much is the Samsung Galaxy S10? What did that come up to? $900 to $1,200 for that phone? The Fold phone, I think, is $1,900. The Apple S10 or Apple X, it's what, $1,200, $1,500 for the phones? So these new smartphones are getting priced way out. If we come to the market with a blockchain phone that can do all of that, that's only $500. And then I have a SIM card as well. Oh, but this blockchain, you don't even need the SIM card because it's making blockchain phones. You don't even need the network towers. See, the way my system works is what it does is when you travel, it picks up on the best tower signal in your area, regardless of if it's T-Mobile, Verizon, Sprint, or something you've never heard of before. I'm talking to you right now on my crypto phone right now. That's why I've never had a drop call with that. My other phone, it drops calls, I get interruptions, buffering, whatever, it messes up. But if we come to the market with a phone that's half the price, man. Anyways, let's see. Bitcoin needs to put key $6,000 in its rear view. You guys remember the last time Bitcoin was at the $6,000 level? That was what, November? October? Zooming out, BitUda intimated that traders and analysts would have rushed to call a bottom had jumped the gun, as the thinly traded crypto market is vulnerable to severe price swings and could still go below $3,000. Isn't that what I said? For the first time since 2017. From another recent client note that came toward the beginning of the crypto market's February rally, the current market is rather late in the sell-off stage. We are more than 80% off the highs. While we are still in the bear market, any price correction can be significant. Our downside target, ooh, look at this. Yes, it's also international, Bill. Hey, go5mobile.com. You can make international calls right now. 97 something countries for free. Anyways, BitUda currently maintains a downside target of 2,400 to 2,800, a forecast partially influenced by lessons from the 2011 silver price bubble. So I'm not the only one that's predicting below 3,000. The firm is sticking by that outlook even after the recent upswing. And Donovan says that he is eyeing 6,000 as the crucial level that the Bitcoin price must cross to prove that it has finally exited its longest ever bear market. I agree with that. So imagine, yes, you can, Bill. So here's what I imagine. We saw how everybody reacted when Bitcoin went from 3,600, 3,800 to 4,200 this past weekend. I said, no, this is not a bull run. What do you think is going to happen if it crosses 4,400, 4,500 and starts to run up to 5,000, 5,500? People are going to lose their mind and think that a run up is going to happen, but it's going to run up to 6,000 and stop. When I see Bitcoin go to the $7,000, $8,000 mark, then I'm going to say, yep, the bear's over. Let's run. But I don't think that's going to happen until 2020. So the firm is still sticking by that outlook, eyeing $6,000 as the crucial level. Until then, bull market calls are nothing short of premature. So all this article did was solidify what I already believe. And it's brand new, breaking news, just came out. All right, that is it for crypto news for the day. unless something major happens, I will not be doing a late night crypto talk unless something major comes up. So I will be back tomorrow morning for early morning crypto talk. Hope you guys learned something new. As always, that's the point. Have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.